All right, we're back. Sorry about that, Turtle Club people. For those of you not in Turtle Club, I guess you get the end of this one for free. So yeah, there's that. Okay. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Okay, great to see. Are we live right now? Let me see. Hold on. Are we not live? Are we live? Yeah, we're live. All right, we're back. Okay. So sorry about that. We had a pretty big crowd over there in Turtle Club. We had like 155 people. That's the highest I've ever seen on there. So that's cool. Anyway, we're back. I was interrupted there. Basically, I was reading, I think I read the Richard Green thing to you guys. You're all caught up on that. The motion to expect his clothing, all this shit. I'm looking for, give me 1 second to try to find another thing from the Commonwealth. Defendant's proposed memorandum. Hold on 1 second. What are people saying? You want me to make this unlisted? No, it's cool. I mean, we're just ending it like this, so it's fine. It doesn't have to be unlisted. All right. So, why don't we just, now that I guess, that we kind of went over most of this stuff. So basically, I'm expecting fireworks on Tuesday, in this case, because whatever they sent over today, whatever was in that discovery that they sent over, has people talking, and we don't know what's in it. They didn't show us, and how the law works. I guess I'm learning this as I go along too. Anything that gets made public has to be done in court. So it can't, like, if too much stuff gets leaked to me, then that could be a legitimate motion to gag or something like that. So like, I don't know shit. I'm kept in the dark a lot. And I talk because like I said, I don't talk directly to the defense or Karen Reed. I talk to other people though. Like, I'm not stupid. Like, one of her attorneys, Karen's attorneys, was sitting directly in front of Kendra Lara in court the other day. And I've talked to these people like at court, like I've spoken to them outside. I've met them. Alan Jackson gave me a shout out on camera. That was pretty cool. But, okay. Why don't we do a little Ask Turtleboy to kind of end this? If you guys have any questions about this case, feel free to ask away. I can answer them as best I can. So why don't we do that now that it's not just Turtle Club people on here. Yeah, so bet the defense finds their shit in the discovery, else they would have given it up earlier anyway. Exactly. Like, that's the big thing. All of this shit they could have handed over so long ago. They're suddenly deciding to do it now. Why is that? Well, that might be something that you're doing if the feds are watching you a little bit more closely and prompting you and forcing you to hand something over. I don't know. The timing is certainly interesting of that. And if there was anything bad on those, they would have made them public a long time ago. So the bottom line is Karen Reed didn't do this. So anything new that comes forward can only help her. Only help her. Like, there's no bombshell coming. Like, I hate to break it to you guys out there. There's nothing coming. Like, there's no, oh wow, she actually did do it. Like, explain to me how that's going to work. Like, I would love to hear that. Like, okay, so what could possibly happen? What information could come out that would show, like, that Karen, like, that would explain how he had cuts on his arm? What information could come out that would explain why Brian Albert didn't come outside the house at 𝗥𝗂𝗵𝗡𝗂. Explain that one to me. What information will come out that would explain why Jennifer McCabe Googled how long to die in cold at 2:27 a.m.? Like, what information, like, what could be in that discovery that shows any of that shit? A black box does not show, like, explain, like, we just look at his fucking, look at his body, look at his, like, that's you can't explain that away. Nothing can be explained away. The totality of the evidence against Karen Read is, we found Kenny Berkowitz found tail light a week later, and derp, and also she said she did it at the scene. She said, I hit him. That's fucking it. That's all they got. That's literally all they got. Okay, other questions. When are we going to hear more about Wanless and the Siemens? You're going to hear about, I don't have that much on Wanless. That was Sean in the Gulfs thing. He was big on that. I don't have that much information on him, but I do on the Siemens, and it's going to be a bit. Let's put it that way. I wish I could say it. I can't say it. Like, there's some shit I can't say. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Take it or leave it. Are you going to have Sean in the Gulf back? Possibly. Why did Karen Read drive away if she didn't receive an okay for John? Well, how long would you wait, Darren? That's my question for you. She waited 10 minutes. Like, I guess she assumed that he was just not answering his fucking phone or having a good time or something. I guarantee she did not think that, maybe he's being murdered in there. Like, maybe he's being murdered. What did Proctor do for the Alberts before this? Nothing to my knowledge. What do you think happens on Tuesday? Just more fireworks. I think that's going to happen. I think that ultimately the motion to gag will be allowed, and they will be gagged. That's one thing I do picture happening. I think that she's going to deny the motion to recuse herself. And I think she's going to give them, we could see some real fireworks as far as like a tongue lashing goes from her. But again, it's going, like, no matter what happens, the defense wins. Because anything she does that, I mean, if she does recuse herself, then they win, right? If they're not gagged, then they win. If they are gagged, it just proves what they've been saying the entire time, that this is a corrupt, fraudulent process. Have you read all the comments? It's so great, guys. Like, just go on Masshole Report if you haven't seen it already. So Krusty Panties is so fucking delusional. At least she used to have like a small following. Now nobody comments on her shit. So she posted earlier about like the Commonwealth has all this shit, and it's like she's getting ratioed. It's all laughing emojis. Everyone's just like, bitch, you lost your kids. What are you talking about? Jim Z says, K. Peter, this is the person that runs this page. A woman who lost 2 of her children to DCF because she chose booze, drugs, and let her boyfriend abuse their children. Yikes. Kate, you're a fucking moron. Nobody cares about your opinion or your stupidity. You got to go read. It's so satisfying to read that. Just reading all the comments on there, or under the picture of Karen. What are people saying there? It is extremely sad to see your hatred for someone skew your critical thinking. Yeah, to say the least. Word has it you don't even have custody of your kids, yet this woman was a better mother to children that weren't even hers. Ooh, boom, roasted. She really does look like the Penguin. It's amazing that Kate Peter, a person who lost 2 of her kids to DCF for neglect and abuse, has the nerve to try to shade other people. This woman lets her boyfriend Andrew Johnson abuse her teenage daughter. All true. Maybe she should worry about her own criminal charges that she's currently facing. And then she posted about 2 hours ago, she posted, Aiden Carney, you tiny little simpleton. This discovery notice was filed yesterday, not today. You're right, Krusty Panties. The discovery motion was filed yesterday. You fucking owned me. Like, oh, you like, oh, got him. And discovery notices are filed after the defense has provided the evidence as notice to the court that it has been provided. They also said they provided other shit that they haven't provided. So no, not in this case. They still don't have the fucking clothes. But yeah, good job, Kate. I mean, you're a legal expert. This slimy little jerk-off goblin. This is what she always does. She goes, now she loses it. She was kind of, keeping it together there, and then she goes into this slimy fucking jerk. Like the real true colors and the anger come out. Jerk-off goblin has no clue what's going on in this case. I kind of do. Unless it's spoon-fed to him by the high-priced defense. So I do know what, I do know what's going on. So you're saying either I do or I don't. Dates right on the document. This is the self-obsessed Hmong people are trusting to accuse an entire town of some Ozark TV drama level murder conspiracy. Then she posts the document with the date and then a screenshot from Turtle Club. So she went on Turtle Club. She's a paying member. And we have here, so let's read some comments. Oh, man, you guys are just destroying her on there. It's great. Why are you so obsessed with him and his reporting? Crusty panties, shouldn't you be tending to your daughter and making sure she's not a meth mile or getting assaulted by your boyfriend, Andrew? Yikes. Kate, you are an idiot. He owns you. Man, that's embarrassing when you get ratioed in your own page. Not a good look. Okay. What else do we got? Yeah, so this is the end of the Turtle Club stream. Something happened there. I got to get that fixed up. Do you see yourself ending? Oh, that's a weird thing. Ending up with her? Okay, that's inappropriate. Oh, the static's back. God damn it. To be clear, that's not what I'm in this for. It never has been. Karen Reed could look like, crusty panties, quite frankly, and I'd still defend her in the same way. Her looks have nothing to do with it. Well, let's try to be professional about this, shall we? They handed over a bunch of discovery. Dang, I wonder what it was. Black box info. Did they test the rogue hair? I know. and prove it was the tail light yet? No, they haven't tested that hair yet. How hard would it be to test that fucking hair? It's like that hair is like they're big, like, oh, gotcha. There's a hair. It's a human hair too. It's not a dog hair. It's human hair. And we don't know that. So that narrows it down to 7 billion people. Is it John's hair? And what would that even prove if it was? And how the fuck did it stay on the car for 100 miles in a snowstorm? What did Higgins do to CPD on night of the murder? Did he shower? I have no fucking clue. It's a great question. I put in a public request, records request to the town of Canton on June 29th. And somehow they just received it today. So they said they're going to get back to me in 10 business days. Nothing shady going on there. Yeah, she's definitely jealous. How did they know where to place the body at the same point he was dropped off at? So I know you think you're getting smarter. So again, the body was dropped off. John O'Keefe was dropped off over here. So he got off here. The body was found over here. So I know you think you got something there, but you're wrong. They put Karen Reed did pull up to the side of the house. Now, I think that they looked outside and because he was beaten like badly within minutes of walking in that house. So Karen Reed had pulled up toward the fire hydrant to give Ryan Nagel space. And Ryan Nagel testified that he saw her do that by herself. So there's no one around. So she pulled up there and they saw her. And so like dumbasses are like, well, let's just put her back there. She was seen there. Let's just put her back there. Derp, derp, derp. But no, but she dropped him off over here. So they weren't, she was actually, yeah. So that's not the own that you think it is, my friend. Oh, Karen Reed tweeted in 2016. Oh, shit. Bombshell. Yeah, exactly, Brittany. Everybody go like this since you're getting a freebie. At least it's you missed the bulk of it. But in your opinion, when do you think this would head to an actual trial? Well over a year. Well over a year. Yeah, like there's absolutely no evidence. Like whatever they handed over in the discovery, my sources tell me benefited the defense immensely. So I don't know what it was. I wish I had more information to give you. All I can say is that sources are telling me that it benefited the defense immensely. She's guilty of drunk driving at the least. But you know who else was guilty of, first of all, okay, so John O'Keefe got in the car with her. So she couldn't have been that drunk. Everybody that saw them testified that they didn't even seem that drunk. I don't believe for a second that she was like 0.25. It's like catatonic. There's no fucking way her blood alcohol level was that high. But what about everyone else who was there? Jen McCabe had been drinking all day. Matt McCabe had been drinking all day. No one has a problem with them drinking and driving. They were drinking long before everyone else was drinking. Okay. Other questions. Do you think they gave the defense the 911 call? I'm not sure. Can you get them two ladies on the show who went to the Canton bar? If they'd like to come on, they're more than welcome to. Might need Rittenhouse with you on a Canton trip. No, they're more afraid of me than I am afraid of them. Are you expected to testify in court? No, I'm not going to be testifying. Did they find the missing library video? No, I don't think we're ever going to see that missing library video. It's gone forever. I'm pretty sure we're never going to see that. Which again, if they had any hope of convicting her, if they actually wanted to convict her, if that library tape showed that she had a broken taillight, do you think it would have disappeared? No, of course it wouldn't have disappeared. It only disappeared because it showed she didn't have a broken taillight. Fucking absurd that you could break a taillight by backing into someone. Stop it. Stop it. It's so fucking stupid. Okay. Why did Bug Eyes keep texting him? Because she was fucking attempting to make it seem. So Jen McCabe did that because she wanted to make it seem that Karen Reed, I apologize, that John never arrived. Where are you? Pull up, blah, blah, blah. You know damn well Lunchbox and Auntie Bev are in chambers straightening out their stories. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, they definitely will make them gag. You defend. What do you think the defense will do and say before they're gagged? All I'm saying is, let's see what happens on Monday morning. That's the only clue. We'll see what happens. Maybe something will happen Monday morning. I don't know. Turn your TVs on. So maybe something will happen. I don't know. Okay. So these freebies do get new customers. That's great to see. I like to see that. Excellent. This is a question a lot of people ask. What would have happened if she went into that house with John? I think I don't think anything would have happened, to be honest with you. I think that Colin Albert was there. I think it all started with Colin. And I think Colin saw John and it's like, fuck this motherfucker. Why is he here? And John was like, he's not going to let some 18-year-old punk talk to him like that. And they start talking. Karen Reed would have been the adult who jumped in between them and said, John, we're getting out of here. That's what I think would have happened. I don't think there would have been any fight, any altercation, nothing. I think that Karen Reed would have just been the adult and got him the fuck out of there. That's what I think would have happened. Will we see the motion to recuse? I don't know. It's a good question. You heard that asshole the other day. I don't know. Yeah, KP, is she still a thing? Yeah. I mean, she's trying to be a thing. She's really trying to insert herself into this bad. It's just, and talk about a lack of self-awareness. It's just not going well at all. Like, at least when she was getting information on me, private messages I had been sending, she's the one, of course, who released the old Turtleboy images, those ones. At least that she had something on me there that she could work with. Like you're shooting blanks now. Like you're working with nothing. What are you doing? Extramarital affairs. No, she really doesn't, Paige. And I love how you destroy her on those. And just make her look. She gets so rattled. Like she needs to learn how to have like a poker face a little better to make it so obvious that she's not like so rattled. Like once she starts going off on like jerk off, sex a goblin, says white spaceman and extramarital affairs. It's like, oh, dude, you got to keep your composure, Kate. You got to keep your composure there. And she has a new word too, a new big word. Immoderate was the one she used today. Immoderate. I know it's fucking bizarre. It's fucking bizarre. Yikes. She looks like an ugly Amber Heard. That's insulting to Amber Heard, quite frankly. From the Facebook group, someone claims Jack Daniels, Colin's grandfather, who is the father, of course his name is Jack Daniels, the father of the father of Julie Albert, and Auntie Bev possibly worked. No, Jack Daniels worked at Quincy District Courthouse before he died in, I think, 2008 or 2009. And Auntie Bev's father was a Norfolk County prosecutor. So, which means he would have worked in Quincy District Courthouse. So the chances of Julie Albert's father, Colin's grandfather, knowing Auntie Bev's dad are extremely high. Now, what that proves, I don't know, but just shows another connection there. Another connection. Like Auntie Bev comes from a well-connected legal family. Like she's not where she is because she's fucking great at her job. Put it that way. Reed's attorney has all the evidence in her favor. Of course he does, yeah. Laura hates the static. No, Amiri still, he never got back to me, Amiri King. I almost forgot about him. What do you think about Eric Spofford hosting a mastermind event in Boston this week? Yeah, he's charging people to get into. Just when I write about him, the blogs don't get that much juice, so I just kind of stopped writing about him. But man, I'd love to confront that motherfucker. I really would. Will the hearing be televised on Court TV? I certainly hope so. I hope they're following this as much as I am. That should be out real soon, I promise. That. Where's Andino been? Andino's crazy. I love her, but she's crazy. She flip-flops all the time. One day she's 100% Team Turtle. Then the next day she's like, Turtleboy is whatever, you know? Like Turtleboy is... Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to read all these comments. Yeah, Giannetti was weird the other day. He was like sober, like he sounded coherent for the first time, kind of, for him. No, I got what you meant, Brittany. I got what you meant. Will the 25th be live streamed? I hope so. I'm not live streaming. I mean, I'll live stream before and afterwards for sure. Okay. I'm trying to read all the comments, trying to catch up here. Why hasn't the 911 call been released yet? Good question. Why hasn't anything been released yet? I don't know. But all you need to know is that if it hurt Karen Reed, it would have been released by now. They have, I mean, how many fucking times? Sean on the Golf made a great post in that group today. Great post where he said something to the effect of that, like, I don't want to hear another word about the waterfall bar. Like, what happened there? How many fucking drinks she had? Like, who cares about any of that shit? The John O'Keefe's body was not discovered at the waterfall bar or C.F. McCarthy's. Why the fuck do we read so much about that? Like, why did they find, like, they actually went down and they fucking watched the videos inside C.F. McCarthy's and inside the waterfall bar and analyzed them and all this shit. But you couldn't, where the actual fucking body was found, they didn't analyze anything. Nothing. It's just crazy. They didn't go in the fucking house that Karen Reed claims he went inside of. Like, what? Right away, if Karen Reed says he went in the house, then you have a disputing situation here. One party says he went in the house. You have to investigate that lead, period. You can't be like, nope, she's lying. We're not even going to look into that. They didn't even look into it. I know, like, if they went in that house, like actual neutral investigators, this would have been over in 5 seconds. There would have been blood everywhere, John's blood. And immediately, they would have all been put in separate rooms and questioned about this. And given, we've all seen 48 Hours and, you know, cop shows, and they would have all been told, like, look you better start talking, because the other guy's in the other room and he's talking and he's saving himself and he's blaming you. So you better start talking about what happened in there. They would get all this family shit only works out when there's no pressure on you. Like, no pressure was put on any of these people. If this was properly investigated, we would have figured this out a long time ago. The lengths that it's not really what they planted although he did plant that taillight evidence. It's not really what they did do. It's what they didn't do that makes this case so shady. It's like, you didn't fucking question any of them. You didn't find out every single person who was inside that house. She says he went in there. Her story is backed up by Ryan Nagel, who did not see John O'Keefe in the car or outside the car. You have to go in the fucking house. His body was found on the fucking property. Who cares if Brian Albert didn't come out, any of that shit? The body was there. You got to go inside. You have to look around. There is no way they cleaned it up that fast. Is Riccio invited to the rolling rally? He can come. I mean, it ain't going to work out well for him if he comes, but and that's a good point too. You know, they couldn't even get her on a DUI at this point. It's too late. If there was a hair on the Lexus, how did they not examine? Another great question. Because there's nothing incriminating about that hair, and they know it. They just throw the word, oh, there's a hair on there, and there's a piece of glass embedded in the quarter panel. And they know the Crusty Panties of the world and the Carl Dugals of the world, like, oh, checkmate, bombshell. Is it? Have you actually thought about the implications of what that means? Okay. The dog records have been unimpounded. The underlying and undeniable fact that Proctor did not investigate everyone at the house that day, it's like, that is the big thing. Again, it's not what he did do, it's what he didn't do. Details for Saturday. I'm going to make a post about it tomorrow with all the fucking details. So, noon. Sorry, I'm trying to read the comments. What are we on? We are on, I'm at 10:49 now. Yeah, hit that like button, baby. Let's go. Michael says, just trying to say we appreciate you, Turtle Boy. No, but it is exhausting, but it's also what I love to do. You know, when you love your job, then like this is my dream, what I'm doing right now. Like I never thought I'd be here right now. 10 years ago, I was writing a blog called EdenFromWorcester.com and teaching history on the side and coaching track. I would never in a million years think I am where I am today, but thank you. I still can't believe no one's asking questions about the 60K. Is that not one of the greatest scams ever? That Krusty Panties raised $60,000 to fend off Chili in a lawsuit and then hired a lawyer for like a week who she probably paid like 15 grand to write a motion and then fired him and pocketed the money and then defaulted. Like that's one of the greatest scams of all. One of the most brazen scams. And then it's all banking on nobody questioning her, which is just wild. Do I think Trump will be the Republican nominee? Yeah, I mean, I'm a DeSantis guy. Odds are yes. I mean, if I'm a gambling man, if you gave me even odds, I would think Trump will get it. But I'm holding out hope for DeSantis. It will be one of those two, that's for sure. When your panel is Bert and Shiz, you've hit rock bottom. Yeah. Yeah, that's not even Shiz. They can't even get Shiz. Dump truck. They can't even get dump truck on there. Some guy in the Turtle Boy Daily News comments keeps bringing up the bartender at some Canton bar. I don't know anything about that. Yeah, it is. Of course, they have somebody named a family member named Jack Daniels. Okay. I'm going to fast forward all the way to the current comments because I'm way fucking behind and I'll be here all night. Anyone else live stream the rolling route? Oh, of course. Of course. I don't think she'll be there. The news has been airing body cam footage. Really? I've not seen that. That's interesting. What's my take on RFK? I know. I'm with you. It's the voice. I can't listen to him. Like, dude, I don't want to be discriminatory, whatever, against ableist. You can't talk like that and be president. I'm sorry. I can't listen to you. Sorry. Really? You think she faked how much she raised? That's wild. Whatever happened with Chrissy's case? It got moved. It keeps getting moved, basically. Okay. Anyway, so that's about it. I guess we'll end the stream now. Thank you guys for joining Turtle Club. I don't know. I'll figure out what the fuck happened to that stream and we'll get it done. But love you guys all, and we'll see you guys all for the next episode of Turtle Boy Live on Saturday after the rolling rally. Peace, Turtle Riders.